The Bold.
Welcome to your favorite show, The Boldest TV Show. Today we have a very important guest to discuss important issues that will give us hope, of course. And he is Sir Joe Asem. He is a very important chieftain in APC Delta State. Sir, you are welcome to The Boldest TV Show.
Thank you very much.
You look good.
Thank you very much.
My colleague, comrade Celestine Afokaba, to join me in this chat this morning. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And my humble self, Esther Damne, of your favorite show, The Boldest TV Show. Not go anywhere. We'll be right back after the short time out with our guests. Get ready for the most unapologetic talk show in town, The Boldest TV Show, hosted by Esther Damne.
Also, sir, it is the greed, sir. If they like, let them pay. Let them pay a civil servant or a corrupt police 1 million per hour. The person will still collect money. Give me money, make I go look for your file. If you don't give me money, I don't go look for your file. Don't vanish.
Celestine Afokaba.
How then and how best can we maintain these infrastructures? With a lot of drainages that are built here and there, flyovers and the rest of them, we find out. For example, get to Coca Junction. How you begin to cry for this country? With the massive job and the legacy project that was done.
The Boldest TV Show is where unfiltered conversations meet unapologetic truth. Join us as we dive into the most pressing issues, tackle tough topics, and celebrate bold voices in Nigeria.
Of course it's expected. Because this APC government, using Wike and his group, did a heavy blow on us. But thank God we are recovering from that blow.
Tune in for unfiltered conversations with industry leaders and influencers. Raw, honest discussions on trending topics. We have to consider how these drugs come into the country. How? Because most of them, especially those hard ones, are not manufactured here. They are being imported. So we have to look at how they get here first before we start talking about the usage.
The boundaries between us and other foreign countries.
Inspiring stories of triumph and resilience.
The man I called him gave me one of Africa. The man to commend my own sister, Honorable Joan.
We miss you.
That governor Delta said I commend him. Right Honorable Elder Sheriff.
Exclusive interviews and documentaries with Nigerians.
No, Sheriff, they know me very well. I will not compromise.
Oldest personalities.
The government cannot handle it.
Why do you think so?
Fine.
Like, apart from Trump, okay, assuming Trump did not offer to help.
Trump will just come in. I believe, I just mentioned something like David.
Okay.
If David did not come there, Goliath would have also intimidated them to the core.
But catch The Boldest TV Show on YouTube at The Boldest TV Show 1. Facebook at The Boldest TV Show. Host personal handles showing on the screen. For participation, call us on 070-655-00750 and 080-377-54202. Don't miss an episode. Welcome to Celebration, sir. As a prominent APC leader in Delta State, now Delta State's governor came in as PDP and now in APC. So what is the clear vision of APC that is different from then when he came in as the PDP governor?
Thank you very much, and I appreciate this interview.
Welcome.
You're welcome to my humble home.
Thank you, sir.
Like you said, I'm Sachu Asem, chieftain of APC from Ward 9, the Ward 9 leader of APC in Metro South. I joined APC in 2016, and I moved from PDP to APC. So both parties, I have experience of what goes on in the two parties. And that is why I think I have the privilege to be able to express myself in the amalgamation of the two parties now. In the first place, the way that PDP came to APC was not the way that many people, in fact, it's the first time that a party will just collapse into another, the whole state will just collapse into one party, you understand, as the people coming in. Before, we used to know that people will decamp from one person, one party to the other, but this decamping was a kind of tsunami. And not only being a tsunami, it came with the governor and all his executives, both the legislature and the rest of them. So it is one thing that was not really expected. And we have been searching the constitution, really, to see how our amalgamation will properly fit in, to ensure that there is no problem of this reunion. And but you know, in administration of human beings, you always expect some lapses, but the ability to control these lapses and ensure that the entrance is seamless is what many of us now are trying to adapt or to pursue.
So what is the clear difference between the Delta states under PDP and now Delta State under APC? We want to see the difference so that people will like say, no wonder the governor migrated to APC, because since he migrated to APC, this is the difference, unlike when he was in PDP. So
the time is just very short for now for somebody to overview the performance of the governor so far, or the APC people coming to PDP. You know, parties have different manifestos.
okay.
APC has been a progressive party, in the line of the action group of the olden days. PDP has been a very flamboyant party right from the time that we joined PDP from the initial inception of 1999. But you see now the difference of social provision to our people. But that notwithstanding, if we witness what Oborobori has been doing in Delta State, it's nothing less than being also a progressive person. The problem that we now have is how do we merge our union because of personal interests? Because some of us, we have our vision, personal vision. Some of us don't even bring the general interest of the people into politics. They're only looking for their own personal aggrandizement. You understand? The ability of the governor, because like I said, the party has just started fusing. We have election to do in the next few months. We have our Congress to hold in the next few months. So it is not the time to start rating. If you want to rate PDP, we should rate them from the performance they have been having before joining APC.
Yes, sir.
As far as APC and PDP union is concerned, if any person wants to rate what they have done by the name of APC, I don't think that should be the right judgment to give. Until possibly the two parties have fused together, maybe work for at least 1 or 2 years together, then you will possibly see the difference of the influence of APC and the program of PDP.
So not to cut you short, are you trying to say now that in Delta State that PDP does not exist, or a majority of their members have
Of course, the PDP, as far as Delta State is concerned, there is nothing like PDP. So whatever advantage too that they have acquired during their reign as PDP is now the advantage of APC.
Okay.
Do you understand what I am saying? So what we are looking at now is and the Oborobori has not really done very bad. You understand? He has handled Delta Central, Delta South. He's trying to handle Delta North. Now, I remember there's just 2 years in office. You understand? You cannot start judging people with a small, tenure. You have to look at the whole thing, look at the advantages, look at the performances of the previous administration in order for you to impose to the new administration to be able to find where he has done better than the previous administration. But you know, PDP has, the Delta State has been run by PDP since 1999. And they have common program. APC had the opportunity in last election, but they failed. You understand? So the amalgamation of APC and PDP now, we should be able to sit down as brothers to look at the advantages that we have gained from PDP while they were in power, and also look at the future of APC as they have joined them, so that when we fuse these things together and our programs and our manifestos become the same, we should be able to judge from the time that they took over, that they joined us as APC. Because we APC, since we have never been in administration in Delta State, you cannot say this is what APC will have done in Delta State, because we don't have the mandate to do that.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And talking about this migration of even prominent PDP members, former PDP members to APC, we know that before now APC had huge disagreements, internal disagreements here in Delta State. Now, you mentioned something that very soon you'll be having your convention and all that. Good. So how are you going to manage the unforeseen disagreements, considering the fact that the same stakeholders or chieftains in PDP that have migrated to APC would want to maintain or retain their position now that they have joined APC? And of course, APC members who have been there may not be able to compromise their position. So how do you intend to assure stability and peace in APC?
In administration, it should always be give and take, and not winner takes all. They came to join us, despite the fact that we are not the people responsible for the administration of the state. They had a reason for coming to join us. And the reason is, well, let us fuse together, taking into consideration who is the president, to see whether we can, provide the dividend of democracy, not now in PDP, but in APC. So the leaders, especially the governor, the House of Assembly, the governor and the executive, the House of Assembly, the judiciary, which have been controlled by the former PDP, should have to liaise and see the way that they will be able to merge with APC chieftains too, to be able to achieve a common goal. Like I said, it is not winner takes all. If you calculate by number, by fund, APC will not have anything serious, except the party structure in Delta State. You understand? And with that party structure in Delta State, I believe that the governor and his executive should look into it to ensure that sharing formula should be something that will, merge the two parties together without having to say, I'm a former PDP, I'm a former APC, or I'm the people that we came to meet. We have a very good constitution in APC that states that anytime you join APC, you are a full-fledged member of APC. All the advantages that are available to any APC old is also available to any APC new. That is one of the finest constitutions that should have been able to bring us together so that we will be able to come together and work as one. But like I earlier said, individual interests, people's ambition, people's godfatherism, people knowing this and knowing the other one, you just discover that the society will never be in a very stable position. It will always be this undulating. But the ability of the leaders to look at these problems and forge a kind of common policy in order to solve them becomes their duty. And if it is well performed, I don't think problem will come. Like this Congress that is coming, we are trying to fuse. We are trying to fuse to make sure that no person is left behind. You understand? And if leadership, allows that fusion to be seamless, then we produce a better executive that will be both APC, PDP, without really knowing which one is it. You understand? Yeah. And with that, I believe that the progress of APC in Delta State will be very massive.
Well, thank you. Just said it about chieftain of PDP. What are some of those tools, or what are some of those modalities you are putting, especially in your work, to ensure that These foreign policies you just mentioned to us will also get to the people on the grassroots. Well, in terms of embracing APC.
That is what I'm saying. You know, the greater number of most of us that don't agree sometimes comes from the grassroots. The reason because of their level of understanding of this vision and level of their education. So we have the mandate to ensure that we educate our grassroots, that this is not a problematic merging. Because even some of us who are in APC, we all had our roots from PDP. So we know exactly the principle of how PDP is governed. And so we need to educate our people that what the interest should be is the dividend of what is going to come to your grassroots and who provides those dividends for you in the grassroots. So we should be looking at people who are very trustworthy to be elected into the executive so that they will be able to run with other people, you understand, to provide a united executive that we see to the provision of the other members of that will be vying in the Congress. So that is the reason why some of us have been educating our people, telling them that although sometimes they feel, well, they are not, you know, the party that came, you should know that when the party controlling government fund and the human resources is always available in that place. It is not very good to be on the position. Because opposition people don't get anything. But it is necessary that those people who have come with those funds, knowing fully well too that they came to meet you in your house and you have provided a home for them to stay, they should make sure that that home should be improved, that the people there should be taken very good care of, so that no person should feel cheated.
Thank you.
Finally, what advice do you have for elders, people of financial staff, and the Ward 9, which comprises of everyone?
Well, like I said, the fusion has just started, and the government is a dynamic system. We should always be patient because we know that having a very enviable governor, a very resilient governor, and a governor that listens to people, that every democratic dividend which he has promised to any ward, local government, and clan, he will fulfill it. He has done one great thing now by trying to build the flyover at Abo, which he commissioned recently. There are many routes that he has, like Asaba here, now you can see it is no longer the way Asaba ABC Road used to be before. You can see the demarcation. He has made some provision in Wari and the rest of the places. And I believe that having very good advisor and very good cabinet is going to do better. And we shouldn't allow internal struggle, because even when they are there themselves in PDP before they came, they have similar problems. In our own we have. But the ability, there's no way that there is not going to be a problem in the society. But it's the ability of the leaders to ensure that those problems are well articulated and resolved, that will give a better dividend and a progressive action to whatever their intentions are. So I'm appealing to each and every one of us in Delta State, no matter what level you are, the ward, the local government, the clans, the state itself, that we should continue to exercise patience. It is a very big knot, but we are cracking it. And we believe that with the help of the president intervening in various anomalies, that we should eventually come to the right position to be able to move Delta forward.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
This is where we round it off, sir. It is a pleasure to have you on set this morning. What you said, almost what you said were not new, but they were clearer. And you have given us hope, called on Nigerians, especially Deltans, to have patience as APC government in Delta State is already in progress, trying to give us that renewed hope in terms of development, of course, and never to forget the grassroots. Thank you so much, sir. Once again, we just finished speaking with our guest, Sir Joe Ansem, the chieftain's leadership in APC Delta State, and with my co-presenter, Comrade Celestine Afokoba, and my humble self, Esther Dominic. I want to say thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in our next edition. To have a lovely day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.